Here everyone, James Quest, and last night at around midnight, they dropped a brand new trailer for The Marvels. I guess, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even know that Comic-Con was happening because most people are not there, most studios and everything are not there, and obviously with the strikes happening, I didn't expect much from Comic-Con, but I have to assume that this is related to that as to why they would drop it at midnight, so I don't know. Kind of weird, but here, let's go ahead and check this one out.
Carol Danvers, prodigal child of the Milky Way.
Nick Fury, my favorite one-eyed man of intrigue.
How goes it out there?
Cold, no air, space.
Okay.
Captain Marvel. The Annihilator. You took everything from me,
The Annihilator.
and now I'm returning the favor.
Okay, so the bad guy has one of the bangles. All right.
What is happening to me? She's entangled our light-based powers. So we switch places whenever we use them.
Strong theory.
You can absorb light. I can see it. And Kamala,
Who's Kamala?
hi, she can turn light into physical matter, which I have never heard of.
I could totally show you.
Okay, so the bad guy did this to him, I guess.
She's targeting every planet we call home. I would never choose to bring anybody into this.
You are not the only thing standing between this and the universe.
Oh my god, we're a team.
Higher.
Further. Faster.
Okay.
Who's a good kitty goose?
Uh,
I can't. Can you?
I got it.
okay. Hey, you know what? That was a decent trailer. I don't think we learned much new information really. I mean, it's the last trailer kind of told us the exact same stuff, but you know, just in a different way. But yeah, I guess the bad guy, of course, she's a Kree. We saw her carrying the Ronin hammer, right? The same hammer that the guy from the she looks crazy in that one. Whew. We saw her. Yeah, there you go. She's carrying the same Ronin the Accuser hammer. So I have to assume she's one of the Kree. So there you go. So that's interesting. So the bad guy is still the Kree, and I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Like this is a sequel to Captain Marvel, so yeah, it would have similar bad guys here. Let's see what else we can find here. But yeah, they're all gonna switch places, and they're gonna have to take out this lady. Now, here's the interesting thing: is there have been a lot of rumors surrounding this movie about what the real plot is. But like the trailer has no indication of that being the case, so I don't know what to think. I don't know if like that's really what's going to end up happening, because the rumors, and this might be some spoilers, so if you don't want to know this, maybe click away now. The rumor is that basically we're dealing with this is all going to end up crossing over with another universe, and they're going to try to have to stop an incursion event by closing this portal to another universe before they, destroy each other, right? And it's all sort of tied in together with what we learned from Multiverse of Madness. Remember, Mr. Fantastic was talking about, like, oh yeah, you went to another universe and they ended up destroying each other. Like that a similar event is happening with those weird space portals that they both touch at the very beginning of this. Let's see if they show them. Yeah, these things. So the rumor is that these things are actually part of some kind of weird incursion event between another universe. And that's actually how this all ties into, the rest of the multiverse, Kang, Loki, Secret Wars. Like, that's how this ties into all of that. Now, again, the trailer did not give any indication that that's what the plot is of this movie, so I'm not sure how heavily that's actually going to feature here. This definitely seems much more like whoever this new accuser is of the Kree is really angry at Captain Marvel. I'm not sure what she did, and I'm sure they'll say she did something, but this accuser gets one of the bangles, and somehow that lets her, I don't know, and they say entangles their light powers. It's just some sci-fi jargon to explain what's happening, but whatever. So there is another bangle. We confirmed that, right? And now somehow this was all tied into the 10 rings, and I wonder if they're going to explore that at all also, because if you remember in the Ms. Marvel show, when they find her bangle on the floor, there's a giant 10 rings symbol, and the bangle was attached to a blue arm, right? So like we knew the Kree were involved somehow. So there's still like a giant mystery there that the show introduced, and I feel like a lot of people forgot about. Like, let's be honest, like the show came out a while ago, and it's like one of those mysteries that like it was just left dangling there. But I feel like this movie's finally gonna address that, because like, how do the Kree and the bangle, how are they, what do they have to do with each other? And the 10 rings, we know that the 10 rings were sending some kind of signal up into space. In fact, at the end of Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel was there, right? And like, she was one of them, like, oh, I've never seen this technology before. So I don't know. I'm hoping that they, I'm hoping that they address that in some way, because there are several mysteries in the MCU that they just kind of left hanging there. So there is that. But otherwise, the trailer, it looks like a fun action comedy. Like, honestly, it does. Like, I know that's like what most of Marvel is, but this one looks fun. Like, they're gonna be switching places, and that gimmick of them switching places whenever they use their powers, I know that that's just essentially like the plot of the movie, but it is just like the huge comedy gimmick that they're gonna get a lot of jokes out of. They're just gonna keep on forgetting that happens. The Miss Marvel's gonna be like, oh, let's do this, and then it happens again. She's like, oh, right. So I don't know, it looks fun. I don't see anything wrong with this at all. Now, of course, unfortunately, Captain Marvel and Brie Larson, because that's what this movie is a sequel to, and Brie Larson's in this movie, automatically you have an entire right-wing politically motivated segment of the internet who's like, oh, I gotta find a way that this is woke or SJW, or you're like, oh, this is gonna be a failure and a bomb. Like you automatically have lots of people who are even financially motivated to make angry videos about this, which is ridiculous, because the trailer looks fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with the trailer at all. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even mention anything political that you could get angry about, I guess, but like, they'll find something. I know they will. So anyways, yeah, that was the Marvels. I like this trailer even better than the last trailer. I thought this was fun. It definitely is a sequel to Captain Marvel. Lots of Flurkins, lots of Kree and the giant hammers. So yeah, pretty cool. My only thing is Nick Fury was awfully nice to those Flurkins, to Goose, and I was like, he messed up your eye. That's the one that messed up your eye, man. But I don't know. I guess he got over that. The other thing is that I didn't see anything about the Skrulls. I didn't see anything about what's happening with Secret Invasion right now, which obviously it has a very different tone than this movie, right? Like, this is much more of a comedy, action, lighthearted thing. Secret Invasion is much more grounded and much more of a thriller, right? Like, so I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Like, yeah, I kind of talked about this on my last Secret Invasion review of like, I don't know how much the finale of that show is actually going to impact anything, or how much that's going to end up mattering ultimately. Like, I'm sure some of it will matter, but like, is Nick Fury really just gonna go back to the spaceship that he was at, and then this movie starts, and then, you know, because then it sort of feels like you could just, we saw him on the spaceship at the end of Far From Home, you know, and then this movie starts and he's still on the spaceship. The only real significant change is that you know, Talos is dead and Maria Hill is dead, and the Skrulls are nowhere to be seen. And that was the interesting thing, is where do they see it? It was somewhere around here. I don't know. Let me see. I don't. They showed a segment where he's on the ship, and he's got like a bunch of normal looking people working with him on this ship, and I was like, oh, I thought at the very least it would be a bunch of Skrulls. I don't see it anywhere on here now. Anyways, my point is, I didn't see any Skrulls in this trailer, and I was like, oh, I guess maybe Secret Invasion won't have much to do with this movie, even though you have Nick Fury and this is a sequel to Captain Marvel. So I don't know. I mean, that feels more like a Secret Invasion issue than a Marvel's issue, you know, like this movie looks fine. That show, I think, is gonna end up like maybe not affecting things as much as you would want it to for such a, you know, for something that could have been so significant, but whatever. Anyways, this movie looks fun, and I guess as long as it can be a fun movie and people will like it, that's all that matters. As far as its connection to Secret Wars, or Secret Invasion, sorry. I don't know. In any case, yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Marvels and all that. And obviously we still have to see how Secret Invasion ends. I could be all wrong. I just my hope for a satisfying finale is starting to waver, because I'm like, this might not end up meaning much at all. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys there. Bye.